Good evening, International President, Dr. Patty Gill, fellow Lions and guests. I'm Cheryl Coast, privileged to be president of Longview Pioneer Lions Club 2023-2024. Let's start this grand evening off with the most important things first. Please join past council chair and Longview Pioneer Lion Hal Palmer in offering thanks for our blessings.
Heavenly Father, we are so thankful that you allowed this club to last 100 years. We are thankful for all the people in the room, in particular, our president of Lions Clubs International, Patty Gill. Her heart is so big, it's big enough for this whole room and this whole world. We just ask that you bless this food to our bodies and give us another 100 years of service to this community. If everybody would finish in the way that they believe, I believe in Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Lion Hal. Past District Governor and proud Pioneer Lion Steve Patterson, please come and lead us in our Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you. Please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Lion Steve. Past District Governor, oh, I did that one. Okay. Another past District Governor and Longview Pioneer Lion, Marilyn Patterson, would you lead us in our two patriotic anthems?
There are words on the table. If you do not know the words, please join me with the singing of O Canada in honor of our Canadian guests. O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all our sons command, with glowing hearts we see, we rise, the true north strong and free, from far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land, glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. And now the singing of America. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of thy pilgrims pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring.
You did. Thank you, Lion Marilyn. Welcome to all. Oh yes, you can sit down now. You may be seated. Welcome to all of you to come out to celebrate with us. Wow, look at you. What a great looking group. What a look at all of you. We're so happy you're here to join us as we mark 100 years of service to our community. Your presence here celebrating with us this evening honors every Pioneer Lion and makes it a very special evening indeed. We're so glad you're here. I'd like to invite Longview City Council member and Pioneer Lion Spencer Boudreau to come to the podium and read a proclamation by the mayor of the city of Longview. Mayor Gala.
President Cheryl, fellow Lions, and honored guests, I'm honored to read this proclamation tonight for Longview Pioneer Lions Day, November 30th, 2023. Whereas the Longview Pioneer Lions was chartered on November 20th, 1923, as one of the first service organizations in the new planned city of Longview. And whereas the Longview Pioneer Lions founding members and current members embody the motto of "We Serve." And whereas the Longview Pioneer Lions have raised countless dollars for supporting the blind, hearing impaired, youth literacy programs, scholarship funds, food drives, and whereas the Longview Pioneer Lions continue to volunteer their time and effort towards doing good and helping those in need in our city of Longview. Now therefore, Mary Alice Wallace, Mayor of the City of Longview, hereby proclaims November 30th, 2023 to be Pioneer Lions Day. In the City of Longview, she urges all citizens to join in congratulating the members of this outstanding organization. Thank you all for being here tonight. She urges all citizens to recognize the merits of their volunteerism and the causes that they work to support through the joining of the Pioneer Lions Club or another local service organization, so that all citizens may do their part to make a better community call home. In witness whereof, she set her hand and caused the seal of the City of Longview to be affixed on the 30th day of November. Thank you.
Yep, today was, and still is for about 5 more hours, Longview Pioneer Lions Day in this city. So, yeah. And now, I would like to introduce an outstanding lion here with us this evening, who also just happens to be a terrific person. But being a committed lion, how could he be anything else? I'm very pleased to present this evening's Master of Ceremonies, past District Governor, and Pioneer Lion, of course, Mark Couch. Into whose capable hands I'll just pass this microphone and this celebration.
Okay, Mark, go ahead.
Welcome, Lions. First off the bat, I would like to point out something I just learned a little bit ago. Some of you may wonder why the candy bars are on your table. Well, if you look at the candy bars, each of those brands of candy were born in 1923. The same year that we were. But that was pretty clever. We're decorating these Second item, if you have a cell phone, I understand that some of us need to take calls from time to time, but please silence your cell phone so we don't have to deal with that. At this point, I'd like to introduce to you the head table. On my left, your right, start off with our Executive Director for Multiple District 19, Peter Anderson. Next to him is our Council Chair, Steve Noble. Our District Governor for our district end, the new combined G and T, Lisa Ikea. All last year I messed up her name, so I'm trying to get it correct. On my right, here to our left, our most recent past international director, Alan Hunt. Some of you have probably already met our president, Cheryl Coase. And of course, what we're really looking forward to, and I had the privilege to meet and discuss a few things with her today, the last couple of days, our international president, Lion, I guess is also Lion, Dr. Patty Hill. I would also like to announce a few, or recognize a few dignitaries in our area, or in our room this evening. Start off with, I would ask all current club presidents, so if you're current president this year, please stand. Current club presidents. Current zone chairs, district or multiple district GAT leaders, please stand. Vice district governors, and I went through the roster, so if I make a mistake, this is on me. But we have this evening with us, Tammy Allen from 19S. Leslie Fassy from 19N. Beth James from 19O. And Bob Johnson from 19N. Past district governors, and you can prepare for this ahead of time because this is alphabetical, so we'll know that Emerson is first. I think he's here someplace. But we'll start off Emerson Bishop, Steve Brooks, Sandy Conroy, Don Doyle. Remind me to catch you later. I haven't seen you for a while, John. Melba Fujiara. And probably rather close to her, Ray Fujiara. Doug Harvey. Tracy person named Mark Kelch. Harry Scott. Harry? I didn't see Harry, okay. Debbie Manzel. I guess she's probably close to Dr. Mark Manzel. Monty Morgan. I know I got it. Mike Parker. Steve Patterson. Marilyn Patterson. But I told Rosemary Reichert's here. Larry Armisen. My good friend from my year's fellow governor, Brian Ross. All the way from the U.S. Monty Ward from Palama's out there. Current district governors, we've already met our own Lisa Kikia. We also have Ken Cook with us from 19S. Past council chairs, Al Hedstrom. J.D. Miller. Al Palmer. By the way, on the list that Al gave me, he neglected to put himself as a past council chair. David Rich is right over that way. We previously introduced our executive secretary, our executive director. What? Oh, I missed Steve Stodinger. And I went through the list. You have to have a special kid for that, Steve. Yeah. As I said, mistakes are mine. You can come tell me those later. Our multiple district 19 vice council chair, I know she's here, Patty Allen White. We already introduced our council chair up here, Steve Noble. Past international directors that are with us tonight. We've introduced past international director Alan Hunt. We also have past international director Roger Reichert. Director, Jenny Kishner. Appreciate you coming up from the 636. And I would be remiss if I didn't also point out we have Gloria Harden, spouse of the late Pearl Harden, with us. We've already met our esteemed speaker tonight, International President Dr. Patty Hill. As a privilege of being MC, I can change things a little bit. So I would ask all the past presidents of the Longview Pioneer Lions to please stand. Everyone is president. We obviously is an old club, and we choose not to repeat presidents. So we've been very good at doing that. We had past District Governor Jim Reineke was unable to, for health reasons, was unable to join us this evening, but he served 2 years due to a death going through. But other than that, everybody's just gone through and do that. We don't repeat presidents in our club. At this time, I would ask for a moment of silence for Lions that are no longer here. We have a number of those, so please pause for a moment. Thank you. In planning this and working to the dignitaries that we hire, the dignitaries that join us and the Lions that join us, it's sad sometimes to think of the people that have been regulars at all the conferences and conventions and anniversaries, and they're no longer here, so I want to make sure to announce that. But real quickly, also not on your agenda, I would like to propose a toast to the legacy of Lions. You think back of the many years of all the Lions that have done so much to bring our organization forward. We truly stand on shoulders of giants, exemplified today by our international president. So, join me in a toast to the legacy of Lions. And we wouldn't be pioneers if we didn't also to the Viper. I'll explain that sometime, but you're a little bit rambunctious. At this time, please enjoy dinner. We're going to break for dinner. And shortly, we'll have a roving microphone. Past President Cindy Sessions will go around with the roving microphone. If you want to share memories or thoughts, you can do so. Otherwise, just enjoy your meal for a little bit, and then we'll be back with you. Thank you.
Hello, Lions and guests. Can I have quiet, please? Thank you. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to roving microphone person, and I'm going to go around the room, going from past international directors down to past presidents. You get 1 minute to talk. If you go over that minute, we've got setting the timer. If you go over that minute, it costs you $5. Here's the good thing. We have a Salvation Army family that we adopted, that they had a house fire. They had 3 kids. They lost everything. So the money will go to purchase more gifts for them. So if you want to go over, just know you're going to pay. All right, so let's start off with past international directors. Down here. Would you please stand? Try to see you.
1 minute. I am so happy to be here to see Patty, and we go back a long way. My club is the Milwaukee Lions Club, Milwaukee, Oregon, and I've been there for 55 years. I'm just happy to be here with friends from MD19. We have many friends, if I can't say hello to all of you, I would say good, because you are great Lions in MD19.
Thank you. Now let's go to past council chairs. If I could have one of you stand up and I can walk to you with the microphone. Oh, look, I'm really close. All right, the timer's starting now.
I'm past council chairman David Rich, and I am a Fort Vancouver Lions Club member for the last 7 years. Came from Beaverton Lions Club, and we've got our friends from Beaverton Lions Club over here, but it's great to be a part of this multiple district and this district, and it's a great place to be.
Thank you.
Money, don't get the money.
Can I have past district Irma talk about her husband, who was a past council chair?
Yes. Jim was a past council chairman, and he was a very proud Lion. We served many years together, and I am proud to be here tonight to share this evening with Longview Pioneers. We've helped with cooking hamburgers to fun things together, many hospitality rooms, and welcome us so much. We appreciate it very much.
Do we have another past council chair? You guys have to understand, I'm not used to wearing a dress.
Jokes cost $10. Sounds like a joke, Mark.
They don't take credit cards.
Here we go.
I've got a $20 bill.
Does that mean I turn off the timer?
Got the mic off.
So to catch you up on the latest news, over there in Pullman, at one of the frat houses, they were doing a lot of remodeling, and they made a discovery. They found in a closet, in the way, a skeleton, and they've done some forensic work on it, and they found that it is the winner of the 1965 hide and seek contest.
So we have any more past council chairs? Yes, we do.
All right, I got 25. One of the great pleasures that I have, I'm J.D. Allen. I'm from past council chairman of the Vancouver Lions Club. One of the great pleasures that I've had over the years is coming up to visit the Longview Pioneer Lions Club, which we try to do with some frequency because it's a great club with a great community connection, has done great things for 100 years, and all I want to do is wish you Godspeed for the next 100 years.
Do we have any other past council chairs?
No, but I'm past white.
Okay, good. Here you go.
I'm Gloria Martin from Gala Central. So nice to be here and see this wonderful crowd and reacquaint with a lot of my old friends. I just want to take you to get ahead of his 30s. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much.
So we take care of all of our past council chair.
I was trying to leave you guys alone so you could eat in peace, but you know what? I travel with money.
Well, I'm the current council chairman, and I'm from the Yakima Club. And we just celebrated our 100th last fall, so from one 100th club to another, congratulations.
Donation. Okay, so now we're moving down to our past district. Oh, do we have our more past council? I'm such an idiot sometimes. Just call it the blog that's not natural coming out.
Right. I was worried by the time I get to me it'd be $100 bill. You know what I've enjoyed about this club? The committee that put this together are amazing lions. And I refer to this young lady as my conscience because I'd be sitting there almost asleep on the couch. I get this text, what about this? What about that? And going, many of those ideas were seen here tonight. Thank you very much, Steve.
Thank you. more past council chair members. All right, let's move on to past district governors.
Okay, I'm past District Governor Steve Brooks, and I remember when I was going to become a zone chair, and there was that zone chair training, and a bunch of these lions came in wearing yellow jackets, and to Mark, to the Piper. And congratulations.
Thank you for your donation. Where's the other past district governors? There you go.
Past District Governor Terry Robertson, Fort Vancouver Lions Club, Vancouver. And I'm standing here looking at people, lions, old ones, middle-aged ones. And you know, folks, we've got to get the young ones. Because we've been serving, in my case, 40 years as a lineman. And it takes us to ask those young people to want to serve. They don't even know what it means. Give them the opportunity to serve. Serve the people in your communities. And for that short speech, here's $20. I'm past District Governor Lonnie Morgan, and I want to thank and congratulate Longview Pioneer for 100 years. You're younger than Yakima. But I want to thank you for bringing my District Governor School instructor here, who was Dr. Patty Dunn.
All right, while I'm here,
Stand up, Steve.
Past District Governor Steve Patterson, you listen to me and you listen to me straight. God made us the height we are when we reach perfection. Some of us just got there a little quicker than others. Here's $20.
Got some money? I better find some money. You gave her a 20, huh? Past District Governor Marilyn Patterson. You guys are great. All of you. I told Steve, we were talking about what we'd like to be known for. And I'm going to say, I want everyone to remember me for my music because I grew up singing at the age 2 or 3. And the other thing is how much I love to love people. And that is what we do. We love people, we give service. Thank you.
President Cheryl, fellow Lions and guests. I am not a past district governor, but I want to let you know, when I was at a board meeting, my husband said, I'm running for vice district governor. I said, oh, here he is, district governor, past district governor, Doug Carter.
Hello, Lion! Wow! You know, I'm down in Arizona now. My
My country that was working at Girls Club, 18 members. But I learned everything that I learned in this club. And I'll tell you, this club, 100 years, we have survived all the different things that happened in this world. While other clubs have suffered and dropped out, we have continued to fly in there. Because we have enthusiasm. That's right. We are exciting. So everybody give me one big, loud roar. That's the difference. Fill our fibers.
Thank you.
Pastor Governor Mark Mansell from the Peninsula Lands, and here's what, $1 for every year. The pioneers have been in existence. I would like to thank the pioneers because not only have they made a difference in the lives of people in need in this community, but you've made a difference in the lives of people all across the district and globally. I'll give you 2 examples. My brother from another mother, stand up, Steve. He was one that challenged me and invited me to talk about the bicycle ride across the country. And we started a tradition right then and said we're doing the remake of Twins. And he's, Danny DeVito. Yeah. But also, I'd like to thank the pioneers for letting us adopt the chuck wagon in the Peninsula Club, and the tradition is carrying on the beach. So thank you very much on behalf of Peninsula Lions.
Debbie Mansell from the Peninsula Lions. Thank you so much for your 100 years of service, pioneers. Thank you, Dr. Patty Hill, for coming and inspiring us. It's such a great honor to have you here. Thank you for your 100 years of service and for all of the community members that you've helped over the years. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We haven't practiced that we're supposed to be now. Oh, all the way back here. Pat Palmer, I feel your pain.
Yeah, but you're pretty. I'm prettier than you, Pat. Yes.
Yeah, 20-some years ago, I transferred into Pioneer. And by the second meeting, I wondered, what in the hell have I got myself into?
All right, another.
Yeah.
Well, I'm honored to be here tonight to celebrate Longview Pioneers' 100 years of service. And at least the 30 years I've known many of the pioneers, and we've had great times together.
Thank you guys. So I can't thank you enough for your generosity. This is going to change the lives of that family like you wouldn't imagine. Okay, deep breath. Another past district governor? Oh, that's right, I need to go to Spitzer real quick for a quick announcement.
President Lloyd, President Hill, fellow Lions and honored guests. Oh, I'm so sorry. President Cheryl. We have a special announcement tonight. All the way from about 12 miles down the freeway in the Kalama Lions, which, if you read your program tonight, Longview Pioneer Lions were happy to charter in 1940. We have a birthday tonight. Mike Hendricks of Kalama Lions turns 82 today. President Cheryl, I would ask to entertain a singing of Happy Birthday.
No, we don't want to do
Hi, Pastor Ray here with my wife Gala, and we just want to congratulate the Longview Pioneer Line on your anniversary from Sunnyside, Washington.
These two are also barbecue festers, so if you go to the barbecue fest in Gala, you may run into them. Okay, another past district governor. How are you telling us I walk across the
It's an
room?
exercise, right? So many memories of Longview Pioneer, but before I go through a couple of quick ones, I want to say a special thank you to Brian Ross. Brian and I were both governors the same year when Alan Hunt was our council chairman, so thank you, Brian, for coming. Memories in Pioneer Lions, there's so many, but a couple highlights. Those of you that worked Lions Island, put up the Christmas lights, probably remember the year that Andy Wixon fell off the ladder and went into the lake. So being Pioneer Lions, we awarded him a diving, Lake Secretary a diving award. We do. I also remember going to conferences and conventions, hearing from the Fort Vancouver Lions. That one year we went to their hospitality room because we hadn't started our jet, and we wiped out their entire weekend supply in about an hour. That's kind of things we do. We are irreverent, crazy, fun. I love the Pioneer Lions. We have one other tradition I'd like to highlight. It's pretty much the fellowship of our Yellow Jackets. Started many years ago when young Mike first died. I don't want to make Greg too emotional here. But his son passed away, and at the funeral, we literally had probably 50 Yellow Jackets there at the funeral. That's a tradition we've continued when somebody passes away. That fellowship really builds our club in the fun and crazy.
What was that, past district governor?
I guess I better be pretty good, huh? Anyway, I'm Past District Governor Steve Stottinger, currently with the Battleground Lions, but for years I was with the Fort Vancouver Lions before I moved out to Battleground. And I can just remember as a young Lion the competition between the Fort Vancouver Lions and the Longview Pioneers. And it was a really inspirational time when we got together and competed for the different areas that we competed against. So anyway, just wishing all the best for the Longview Pioneers.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you. All right, now I got fingers pointing for past district governor. Where? Oh. Okay, back to the past district governors. Do we have any more in the house?
Well, I just have so many friends here, and that's what Lions are, just friends all over this local and the United States and the world. And Patty, you're doing a heck of a job.
Thank you. Do we have any more past district governors?
Cindy.
Well, my name is Patty Allen White, and I just want you to know, all you young whippersnappers, that the Bellingham Central Lions Club wishes you a very happy birthday for your 100 years. I'm glad you finally got there. And I am just so impressed with all of the zone chairpersons and district governors and vice council chairpersons and council chairpersons that we trained, and you did a really good job. You took good notes, and you did fine work, and we're proud of you, and I just wish you happy birthday. And Merry Christmas.
Okay, I see fingers pointing around there. My shoes are too big. Okay, where are my shoes? Must be right there. Thank you.
We would like to donate some money also to the club from the two couple of us. $40, first worry of our $40 from us. I just want to say that we have Roger's been Alliance since 1964, and I've been Alliance since 1988. And we have known the Pioneer Lions intimately for many, many, many years. And Roger's council chairperson was Arnie Peterson from this club, who I hope some people remember. And we have, yes, and when we go out and we ask people to serve the communities of Lions, we tell them about all this, all the good things we do. Yes, it's wonderful. One thing we seldom tell them is about the fun and the family. Everybody in this room is family. We belong to the largest family in the world. Amen. Yeah, and it's love and fun and fellowship and doing good for other people. And I'm really proud of all of you, especially the Longview Pioneer Lions Club, and especially Patty Hill.
Any more questions?
I'm a past district governor from the future, and hijack because I don't have Dr. Patty Hill to remember me and yay for the international president.
Thank you. We have another past district governor? There he is. Monty, you're not escaping that easily.
Hi, Cindy.
Yeah.
I am happy that we are here. I am extra happy to see that our club, and I'm willing to almost bet on it, that we're the second largest club here. We have so many that turned out from our club that I don't know how to tell them thank you. We are here to celebrate the Pioneer Lions. I don't know how to thank them other than saying, you know, we're only 15 miles down the road. Why didn't you get down there sooner? So, thank you again. This is a great party.
And we have any other past district governors? Okay.
I'm here because my husband couldn't be, and he was our past district governor same year, COVID with Stephen. And anyway, he's taking care of our grandsons tonight, but he was gracious to say, you need to be there, Tammy. I will be district governor next year for S. And anyway, so I got 2 in for 1. We're very, very happy to have be here with part of Lions and Longview. I happen to be a lumberjack myself. lived here from 6th grade till 10th grade, and then moved to Yakima area. But I'm Tammy Allen, and I'm from Sela Valley Lions Club, and just happy to be here. Thanks.
Okay, we have Ann.
Cindy, if I could have your attention, about 5 more minutes.
Thank you, and I am standing. It's really a pleasure to be here tonight and see this great, wonderful group, and such a large group, and such a great event that you put together here tonight. But you know, Longview Lions brings a lot of memories to me, because every time I come around the Longview Lions, I always get to meet Steve Patterson. Stand up, I have somebody that I can eyeball to eyeball.
Thank you. I was going to go to past president, but we're running out of time. So one of the things I really wanted to do was talk to David, Lion David, who just joined our club, who we helped out in the past with his vision. So David, I would like you to speak, please. I'm coming up behind you.
President Cheryl, fellow Lions and international and national guests. Many of you know, I only have a minute, so I have to be careful, but many of you know most people, these Longview Lions here deserve the best praise, because I guess when I was, 8, 9, they paid for my new prosthetic eyes. Hey, whatever you stand for that, whatever you stand. And ladies and gentlemen, it was our host of this party, Hal Palmer, who did this project. Thank you very much. And it's been a pleasure for all these 100 years. You guys in 2020, I don't know how much time I have, so I'm trying to hurry, but this is the 100th anniversary of the Lions Club, and I congratulate especially our international director, Dr. Patty Hill, especially for coming here to this Longview County Fairgrounds, especially, and helping us with. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's what the Pioneer Lion says right there.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to turn this back over to Mark. I have a request for you at the end. I'm not going to do the presidents. We don't have enough time, there's too many past presidents here. But if you would allow Sharon time at the end to tell a dollar amount that was donated tonight, I would appreciate it.
Since I don't always remember, you can remind me. I'm not going to repeat the entire history and story of Longview Pioneer Lions. It's captured pretty well in their programs tonight. I would point out to the walls on the side, our historical research people that did this, it's pretty amazing. When you look over there, those are club presidents, and they went over and researched, found old photos going back for the 100 years that we have been a club. Just to the right of that, there's some other photos there. Those are photos of our charter members from 1923. I think that's pretty impressive that they were able to put together that story. So thank you very much for doing that. There's a lot in your history in your booklet that I wanted to touch on, and it was reminded tonight when we were talking about the Tacoma Lions that we were chartered in November of 1923, sponsored by the Tacoma Lions, which are now the downtown Tacoma Lions, and I understand there's 2 members here tonight. Thank you for coming. We were given our our charter in a ceremony on December 16, 1923. 100 Lions came from clubs in Spokane, Bellingham, Everett, Seattle, Tacoma, Wenatchee, Yakima, and Portland. Thank you all. You are older than us, as has been pointed out by a year or two in some of those cases. Think of the journey that required in 1923 to come from Spokane or Yakima or even Bellingham coming down. You didn't have I-5 to come down back in those days. It's quite an honor to have that many and have a great turnout 100 years later for this. The second thing I would like to point out is our club has sponsored numerous zone chairmen, and by my count, 11 district governors, 2 multiple district council chairmen, a Northwest Lions Foundation for Sight and Hearing president, an international director, Arnie Peterson, as referenced earlier. It has provided quite a legacy, and you can look at your program of the clubs we sponsored that sponsored other clubs. I think when I did the research when we were still 19G, that we sponsored about our family history of clubs sponsoring each other. If you trace it down, it's about 2/3 of the club. J.D. Neller's clubs, the Vancouver Lions, that are a real similar age, had about 1/3 of the clubs when you go down through the list. It's pretty amazing when you see how that legacy continued on. I had a chance to sit this morning with our president, international president, Dr. Patty Hill, and I was talking about quotes, because those of you who can find your Lions know I love quotes. Presentations. And she pointed me to a quote by Robin Sharma, and I said, oh, you'll probably use that. She said, no, go ahead and use it. So I looked it up. The quote is, all change is hard at first, messy in the middle, and gorgeous at the end. It's a great quote, and it ties in really well to the thought of changing the world. However, I started looking through the quotes of Robin Sharma, and I saw a couple others. Success is not a function of the size of your title, but the richness of your contribution. I think that pretty well describes our international president as well. What you are becoming is more important than what you are accumulating. Great quotes. Thank you very much for turning on to Robin Sharma. A couple other quotes on change. It is not necessary to change. Survival is not mandatory. Think about that. That was Edward Deming, one of my favorites. Chinese proverb, when the winds of change blow, some people build walls while other people build windmills. Are you fighting the change or using the change? Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds you plant. That was Robert Louis Stevenson. And finally, another quote on change, in the honor of past council chair Al Hestrom. Change is inevitable, except from a vending machine. That was by Gala. At this time, assuming he has finished his meal, because I heard about that several times, I would ask past international director Alan Hunt to come and introduce our female speaker.
Thank you, Pastor Stoker. Mark. Yeah, I think it was your 95th, your 90th charter anniversary. I was here and had a beautiful farmer's dinner I saw. It was a great dinner. And it was a great evening. Maybe not quite as great as this one's going to be, but it was a great evening to be here with you all. I think everybody's had an opportunity to read the bios in your program. I just love going to conventions and people read what's in a program and they don't do it well. But I've had the opportunity to know our international president for more than 10 years. Actually, far longer than that. And she's one of the nicest, kindest people you ever want to meet. And our association is incredibly fortunate to have Dr. Patty Hill as our president. And several years ago, when past council chair Hal was asking who do you think we could get for a guest speaker for your 100th charter anniversary, he said he'd like to have me be the international president. There's a few things and strangely enough, we were able to do that. But I also learned that at your 50th charter anniversary, for some reason, you managed to have the current international president there as your speaker. And tonight, 50 years later, you've got another international president as your speaker. And in both cases, they were from Canada. And you guys do a really good rendition of "O Canada." It's really nice to come down to the United States and actually hear it sung really nicely. They don't get that all the time in Canada because we've got several different versions and it's interesting. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce my friend, your international president, Dr. Patty Hill.
Good evening. I am so excited to be here. And as past Director Al was sharing that story about 50 years ago, you do realize that if there hadn't been a pandemic, I would have been president last year. So are you responsible? No, I'm sure you're not. But it does seem in life that quite often when we survive and move through whatever life brings us, we are gifted with the opportunity to pause, to look back, and to say, I guess it all worked out. And for me, I am so glad that this has all worked out. That I can be here, your District Governor, Lisa. I'm so excited that we had some time together today. I know I didn't get time yet with our council chair, but you know, I'm so glad to have these moments with your leadership. But what is equally important to me, and often more important at this point in my life, is the time just to be with good Lions. You know, last night we had a small gathering to appreciate the committee that had created this entire event for us to come and enjoy. And for me, that opportunity to spend more than 90 seconds with someone and to talk about the real issues that our Lions clubs are addressing these days was a gift. And I want to thank you for inviting me to the event last evening as well as this evening. Thank you for that. I have some notes here which are important because they'll keep me on point. Some of you may know that in a former life I taught at university. And I always taught the evening classes, which meant I got the 3-hour sessions. I'm going to try to keep it under 3 hours tonight, okay? And to do that, I may need to stick to my notes. Now, this year, Lions, such as the Longview Pioneer Lions, such as you, every one of you. I'm sorry, there were a couple of tables at the back I didn't get to yet tonight. Can you just give me a wave? Yeah, you as well. You as well. You and your Lions clubs are doing such important work. You are changing the world. Someone said to me, how can you be so audacious as to say that Lions are changing the world? And I said, it is not audacious. We are changing the world. We're changing the world one life, one service activity, one relationship, one project at a time. And we're changing lives in our communities. But I heard testimony tonight, testimony in this room, that being a Lion has changed your life. Am I right? Yeah. Absolutely. I set 4 priorities for this year, and some of you may know them and some of you may not. I'm going to remind you either way. And that works for me because I have the microphone. The first priority is for us to reach our service potential. Because the needs in our communities, the needs in our society are not dwindling. We are seemingly not approaching utopia. There are new and emerging needs. I had the wonderful opportunity to speak with Lion Spencer, Lion Area this afternoon. You know, we talked about what are the needs in this town, in this community. We talked about homelessness, we talked about food insecurity, we talked about mental health issues, and that's on top of the important things we're already doing. And then how do we reach all those needs? I had the opportunity a few weeks ago to speak with a Lion, and they said, I'm just so distressed. My club was approached by a business. In fact, it was a funeral home business. And they said, we're having trouble getting work, you know, a labor shortage. And would your club mind, maybe on Tuesdays or Thursdays, if we have a service going on, could you come out and pour the tea, you know, serve the cookies? And we'll give an honorarium every time to your club. Well, this went back to the club. The club discussed it at length, and they voted no. Because they didn't have enough members to make the commitment. Wow. You know, if we're going to reach our service potential, then we need the members to deliver on our promise. Because our promise is that we serve. We also have another promise, where there's a need, and the world expects that of us. And so it is absolutely on us to make sure that we have enough Lions to do that. And so I was thrilled last night to induct the newest Lion in the Longview Pioneer Lions Club. Now we have some other new Lions in the room. If you've been a Lion for less than 6 months, please stand up and be recognized and welcome. If you're a Lion of less than 6 months, stay standing. I'm going to invite you now to stay standing if you're a Lion of less than 3 months. Less than 2 months. Oh. All right. I want you both to tell me who is your sponsor. Hal? It's great, okay, and your sponsor is Rick, right? We don't get anywhere without sponsors. We need people who will sponsor new members, good quality members in our community, and so I'm going to invite the 4 of you. Bring your sponsor with you. Meet me up front. In every case, someone sponsored us. Sometimes we had to tell them that we were going to join and they should sponsor us. But someone sponsored us, and that's an important function of making sure our Lions clubs are strong and sustained, and that our communities are not going to be left in the lurch without someone to serve. And so for each of you, I have my friendship banner, because each of you is helping to change the world. And thank you, Rick. Thank you so much for sponsoring, and thank you so much for saying yes. I'm going to let you sit down again now. So really, that is one of the most important priorities every one of our clubs has. I know service is important, it's our purpose, but people are our power. Okay, service is our purpose, but people are our power. It's our superpower. It's these volunteers, it's you and the people who didn't make it out tonight, probably because they're at home doing service. that will help us sustain and reach our service potential. And our second priority this year is to work towards a greener, cleaner environment. And so today, I want to thank the Longview Pioneer Lions Club for holding off on the rain. I don't know how you did that. It was a miracle, but we'll take it. While we were out at the Lower Columbia School Gardens doing community garden cleanup. What a wonderful thing. To be able to, what a wonderful thing. Not only to invest in our environment, but to create the opportunity for young people to learn more about what some of us took for granted growing up. That you had a garden in your backyard, that you knew where food came from, and that it was healthy for you. What a gift to give to our community, to have community gardens. And so I want, once again, to thank the Longview Pioneer Lions for being a part of that. And I know some of you in your individual communities are connected in that kind of work as well. So thank you. Absolutely. The third priority is our foundation. You know, we can empower even greater good through the grants that we receive from LCIF. And particularly this year as I travel, I have yet to come to a place where they say, we've never benefited from a grant. Have you had flooding? Yes, we have. And you get the emergency grants. Have you had wildfires? Oh my gosh, I couldn't even breathe the air at home in Canada last year. Right? Wildfires everywhere. And that doesn't even begin to touch on the hospitals or the community centers that we've helped through matching grants. The work that we do with Lions Quest through our grant programs to make sure young people are getting the instruction they need in social and emotional learning. There are just so many things we do. And so thank you, thank you, thank you for all of your support to the Lions Clubs International Foundation. It really does magnify our power to serve. Our fourth priority this year is to share the story. Apparently, not everyone knows what Lions do. How is that possible? We're everywhere, aren't we? Yes, but a little bit quietly. And then we share on social media, and I see what you're doing, and you see what I'm doing, and so now we're just talking to each other. So, you know, we need to share the story. And I was up this morning. How many of you were with me at 7:35 when I did the radio interview on CLOG? KLO, yeah, right, C is Canada. C is KLOG. And how many of you were with us this afternoon when we did another interview, KE deal, right? I got it. But, you know, we need to share the story. Because not everybody knows what Lions do. Oh, sure, they know about your cotton candy. And they know about kettle corn. And they know there's lights on Lions Island. And I saw them last night. Thank you for turning them on a couple days early. That was great. Thank you. But we need to share that story. And we need to be doing it not only on radio, not only on TV, not only on our newsletters, not only on social media. We actually need to talk to people. And so it was a wonderful opportunity for me this afternoon to be able to speak with the mayor. Mary Ellis couldn't be with us tonight, but she sends her greetings, and you heard the proclamation that was prepared. And I spoke with your counselors who are also members of the Lions Club. Stand up and be appreciated. And don't tell me that young people don't care, they do. And then we look further afield, and we look to the people who help empower our work and who will help empower our work going forward. And I need to call forward Senator Jeff Wilson, please, for just a moment. You know, going into politics is something I have explicitly chosen not to do, because it is really hard work. And at least 50 to 49 to 48 to 62% of the people will tell you you may not be doing it right at any given moment. But we know that when we serve in our communities as volunteers, we need partners. We need partners who are doing the work at the state, the county, the city level. We need partners who also care and who also serve by stepping forward and offering their public service. And so I would like to present to you my recognition gift this year for helping us change the world. Okay, so, you know, that's the required speech about the priorities. And many of you who are Lions know that we're on a mission to grow. We are going to grow and be sustainable. We are going to choose to change rather than become extinct, right? And so we are engaged in telling our story of how service can enrich lives for us and those we serve, and how opportunities to serve within our Lions Clubs are available to good, civic-minded men and women all across our district and beyond. And the reason I'm so passionate about our mission to grow is because I see the good work you do. I see what you do. Believe it or not, I read every email I get. I read newsletters. I follow social media. Sometimes on social media, I do miss one of my 10,000 friends posting something. And please don't try to reach me by messenger because I can't read all those messages. But I see what you do, and what you do makes a difference. What Lions do is critical to the fabric of our society. Imagine if you took away the Lions Club out of your town. I mean, seriously, who would make the cotton candy? And we can laugh because we know it's so much more than that. Am I right? Yes, because what you do changes lives. What you do changes the fabric of our communities. Where there is a Lions Club, there is what every society needs, what every human needs. Where there is a Lions Club, there is hope. Good. Let me explain, in case you aren't a believer yet. Imagine someone feeling a lot of despair, or frustration, or hopelessness. Maybe sitting at home in the evening and thinking, you know, nobody cares. Nobody cares. But if you live in a community where a complete stranger will step up and do good things, then no matter whether it was a good thing that impacted your life or not, you realize there are good people out there. There is reason to believe. There is hope. And that changes lives. But so do every one of our service activities. I want to tell you a story about Jennifer. I haven't met Jennifer yet, but I know I will. At least I really hope I will. I'm thinking that maybe when I meet Jennifer, it'll be a few years in the future. But I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe she'll be the President of the United States. You know, one of those old has-beens, past President Hill. You know, I'll go to the Advocacy Day on the Hill, or I'll be at the United Nations one day. Anyway, I'll be able to say, excuse me, President. May I ask you a question? And this is the question I want to ask her. How did you come to be in this position? Pretty straightforward question, right? And this is the answer. I just know that this is the answer. She's gonna get that little smile as she reflects on the journey. And then she's going to say to me, she's going to say, Past President Hill, may I call you Patty? And I'll say, yes, may I call you Jennifer? And we'll agree on that nicety. And she'll say, Patty, it's like this. I didn't come from a rich family, and I lived on the wrong side of the tracks, so to speak. But you know what happened? When I was 3, my family took me to enjoy the free entertainment in the park because that's all we could afford. And while I was there, I got my eyes screened. There were these people, they were wearing these yellow jackets, and they came to my parents and said, do you want your kid's vision screened? My parents didn't have the money. And they said, no, it's okay, it's free. And they screened my vision. And they discovered that I needed glasses. Well, now my parents were really hooked because they couldn't afford the glasses. And you know what those people in the yellow jackets did? They helped my parents out. And they got me the glasses I needed. And the world changed. You changed my world. And then I grew up a bit more and I went to school. And because I had those glasses, I learned to read. I became a literate child, not an illiterate child. And then when I was 7, my family took me down to Lions Island, and they showed me all the lights at Christmas time, and they taught me that these were there because people in my society and my community cared. And we got to enjoy that, and it enriched our lives, and it made us feel like we could participate in Christmas even though we couldn't really afford it. And then you know what they did? They had this motorcycle run, like 256 motorbikes through town, and they collected all the Christmas gifts, and we had a great Christmas. And it was those people in the yellow jackets. You know what? That happened for me for one reason, and one reason only. It happened for me because I lived in a town with a strong, vibrant Lions Club. And then on top, yeah, absolutely. And a little bit later, when I was 11, those people in the yellow jackets, they showed up again. They showed up at my school. Now, I had seen them out there in the community gardens doing things, but they came right in the school and they talked to us about peace. They talked to us about peace. And my family had come to this country because they wanted me to live here in a world that was secure and had peace. And I had the opportunity through them to engage in the Peace Poster Contest. My parents, they didn't know what I was doing. I was drawing pictures, and I was saying, yeah, but the people in the yellow jackets, they're going to come and judge our pictures. They're going to judge our peace posters. And you know what happened? I won. And I got to go to something called a zone. Right? And there were other young people with their families there. And there were other people who had yellow vests. I don't know, they missed out on the jackets. Anyway, they were there. And we talked about peace. And I got to think about this. And I learned a lot more about my own family's heritage because of that. And that okay, I didn't win at the district. But that's okay. But that happened for me because I lived in a community with a strong, vibrant Lions Club. Repeat it. A strong, vibrant Lions Club. And then I turned 13 and I knew the internet inside and out, and I went on there and I looked you guys up. And I found out you've been holding out on me. You had Leo clubs and you didn't tell me. So you know what? I took my parents and we went to one of your meetings. I had to skip school on a Tuesday, but we went there and we talked to you and I said, I want a Leo club, and you let me form one. And because of that, I learned about leadership. I learned about how to make motions and second things and negotiate committee work. And it was hard because some people wanted pizza and others wanted sub sandwiches. You know, it was hard as a young person, but we learned to do service. And that happened for me for one reason and one reason only, because I grew up in a community with a strong, vibrant Lions Club. And then I turned 17 and they gave me a scholarship. And I went off to college. And while I was there, I would come home in the summer, and those, you Lions in your yellow jackets, you had talked to my parents about how I was doing on my scholarship. And I was studying intergovernmental affairs, and I was trying to find my way in life. And you came to my parents and said, could we talk to you about sending Jennifer on youth exchange? And I went on youth exchange. And I went and I stayed in Romania with a family who also had yellow vests. But I learned to live and breathe and think about life in a different culture, in a different way, and we ate different food, and we had different traditions. And you broadened my world view. And that happened for me for one reason and one reason only. Because I grew up in a community with a strong, vibrant Lions Club. And then I went off to graduate school, and lo and behold, there I was, studying in Spain. And I discovered my campus had no Lions Club. So you know what I did? I started one. I became a charter president, and I learned once again about working with volunteers and building consensus and bringing people together, not dividing them and separating them. And I had that experience and that foundation. And eventually, after my years of work in intergovernmental and foreign affairs, I decided to give back in my own way, and I ran for office. And so perhaps when you're asking me today, why am I president of this country, I can say to you, it's because I grew up in a community with a strong, vibrant Lions Club. And that is what your power is. That is your power to change lives, to shape the future, and to support those people who have a vision of what our society can be. You bring out the best in people. You help them to achieve their potential. And as far as I'm concerned, we should never have a community without a Lions Club, because you are changing the world, and I thank you. I believe at this point we're going to recognize some of the outstanding people who make an amazing contribution and who are, on a regular basis, changing the world. I know that every single one of you is a local Lions hero, and that's why I've already given each of you my personal lapel pin this evening. Please wear it proudly, and remember that when you serve, when you invite others to serve with you, you are changing the world. And so as we go forward with some of our recognitions this evening, I'm inviting past International Director Al Hunt to join me. We have some certificates of appreciation to present. These are International President's Certificates of Appreciation. Okay. I'll read one of them. We won't read each one because they're the same except for the name. It says, the International President's Certificate of Appreciation is awarded to, and the name is inserted. And it is in recognition of distinguished achievements in fulfilling the mission of Lions International, and to affirm the appreciation and the gratitude of the association, I have hereunto affixed my signature during this Lions year 2023-2024. It's signed by our international president, me.
And the first presidential certificate, I don't know if I need to read this reason why or not. I know, okay, the reasons why. Over the years, this line has provided numerous services to the club as a tail twister, printing services, program chair, director, and stepped up to be the treasurer. Pat Palmer. Stepped right in as a lion tamer, the 100th Anniversary Committee concession worker, Columbia Heights Reading Program, and many other activities. She's a go-to lion, Ann Carmada. The next person has served for decades as membership chair, always standing up to remind us to find new members to help with Mission 1.5 as well as the 100th Anniversary Committee, Day of Caring projects, and many, many more. Past President Craig. This next certificate goes to a lion who stepped back in as the second vice president and helped steer the 100th Anniversary Committee, as well as called many of the attendees here tonight, and sent apparently text messages at all hours of the day and night. She doesn't have my number, fortunately. Past President Cindy Sessions. If we haven't mentioned this already, this is the fourth highest level of recognition we have.
Good job, Cindy.
And this line I've got to really well over the last, well, how long was that? Maybe 10 or 15 years ago. He's been an individual member with many years doing much training in the district conferences, serving in the 100th Anniversary Committee as well as tonight's Master Ceremonies. Pastor Scott Mark. didn't know how to say your name. I thought, it's an easy name. God, there's some different ones out there. Reminder, it was 16 years ago, my goodness. The next recipient is held the club together through COVID with Zoom meetings. What are Zoom meetings? I haven't had one today. Yeah. Moving back to live meetings as well as cooking meals for the weekly meetings that raise money for cancer, LCF, and many more. And the recipient is past President Darlene Monahan.
The International President's Certificates, which we just awarded, as PIDL said, are the fourth highest recognition our association gives to any lion. The second highest is the International President's Award. Hal, could you join us here just for best place? As your president, it is my honor to present you with my International President's Award for your outstanding service to Lions International. This International President's Award is an expression of appreciation for your excellence in service to those in need. Your hard work and compassion serve as an example to your fellow Lions, your community, and our world. You have demonstrated that changing the world starts with us, and your bold steps forward are leading the way. Along with this award, I'd like to express my personal gratitude for your efforts and accomplishment, for driving to Portland, for picking me up at the airport, and so on and so on. And if you would hold that letter, I would like to present you with my medal.
How many are scared to death now that I have a microphone? That's what I want to hear.
Yeah!
What? Let's go sing. I gotta say thank you to Dr. Hill. I think you were just elected as an international director when I first met you, which was what, about 10 years ago? 9 years ago, something like that. And I said, wow. What do you think? Wow? Yeah. Yes. Thank you for being here. Our club is known to be a little bit generous sometimes. Past council chairman JD came up and said, I heard about your generosity. So how much money did you get that day?
$150.
$150 from the members for the project they were working on. Tonight is an expression of the generosity of our club and some individual members. We originally agreed to give out 8 Melville Joe Fellows. We're giving out 11. And I just got to tell you, it is, as being the district LCIF chair last couple of years, my heart really grew when this list came out. So very first, I would like Cindy Sessions to bring Jim Sessions up to the front. We might want to hold our applause until they're all up here. And I got to tell you, here's what I know about Jim. Jim and Cindy run a very successful plumbing company in town. It's one of those plumbing companies that you can never get them to you, except the one night he stopped by my house on the way home and fixed plumbing. But I got to tell you, Jim, you're getting this because of the loan of your wonderful wife to the Longview Pioneer Lions Club. So I just wonder, did Pat Palmer go get somebody named Keith Huff? Why didn't we bring you up from Texas? I gotta tell you, Keith, he did our IT, he did our website, he did 4 years of secretary-treasurer back when it was secretary-treasurer work. Hard work. And unfortunately he moved to Texas, but I had some good news last night, is he might be back here for a week, a month. Who we know? So John Claypool, could you escort Rick Johnson up? I gotta tell you, Rick, I don't know if you know this about Rick Johnson, but his, one of his expertise is his squirrel bridges. Those in Longview who know about our squirrel bridges are designed to keep the squirrels from getting run over. And he spelled, what, 8 out of 9 of them, or 7 out of 8, something like that. Plus, he hauls our concession stand, our new one as well as our old one, all over the place. Okay, so at least I got to Rick. Who's number 4 here? Number 4 didn't make it, Greg, right? Right. I'm sorry. That'll happen later. Number 5, Walt Specht. Could you bring Jane Durden up, please? I gotta tell you, Jane Durden and her friends, they cook us treats all the time. And we raise money for cancer, we raise money for went to White Canes, went to a number of different people. So what number am I on? There we are, number 6. So Dwayne Smith. Hey! Could you grab Carrie Ann Botero and bring her up here? Carrie Ann Botero has been sharing the Jumbo Toy Run for decades. When I say decades, it just feels like decades. We had a little leadership issue, and I gotta tell you, when she said that she would step in as first vice president to be president next year, she deserved a medal, that's for sure.
Carry on, do you still have your heels on?
Oh, by the way, each person who is coming up to bring somebody up here is basically is a Melville Jones Fellow and voted for these as well. So let me see. Oh, Ken Botero. Could you grab Bob Piper? Bob Piper. To the Piper. He's our new Piper. I'm going to tell you, here's his real name. Hey, Bob. Hey, Bob. Hey, Bob. Hey, Bob. Hey, Bob. He has been cooking caramel corn since he was 12, I think it is. Yes. So, Mark Kelch, I would like you to bring up the most wonderful lady in our club of the year, Cheryl Coast. That's Bob Taylor. Am I going too fast for you guys? Well, did you tell me to speed it up? Okay, you're good. I wonder if I forgot anybody yet. Let me see. Okay, let me see that one. Steve Johnston, you do me a favor? Would you find Leroy Parcell and bring him up? Steve's coming from back there, Leroy. Leroy, I was acting secretary for 30 days. I only screwed up half of it. You know, anybody ever been secretary? You know how you can screw this up. Steve's coming up behind you, Leroy. And I just got to tell you that it's, when he decided that, hey, I'll volunteer to be secretary, yes! He was also a past president during the early COVID hours, right? Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun. So, it goes without saying that we had a president last year. Uh-oh. Who did I ask to bring up? Lloyd Williams. Did I forget somebody? Lloyd Williams, just come on up here on your own. I gotta tell you, Lloyd had one of those interesting years where everybody either loved him or hated him. I know, for past presidents, you understand what that means. Thank you very much, Cindy, for doing that. Yes. And last, but sincerely not least, would my respect find Darlene Monaghan. Because if you give an award to Jane, you've got to give an award to Darlene because they are the twins. Uh-oh. Marie, are you finding her? Finding her? There we go. Okay, bring her on up. Darlene, one of the challenges during the COVID years was hybrid. Was it something else, something else, something else? You know, we debated over and over and over again. So ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to meet $11,000 of Lions. Yeah, they're worth a million. But I'm going to tell you, when we said 8, 3 other people said, I want so-and-so to get one. I want so-and-so to get one. And that's what happened. Do you have any more boxes back there? Most of them are sure. So one more. Oh yeah, one is absent. One is absent. And that's all Greg First's fault. Yeah. We want to recognize, well, let's let the president go over there and see if she can squish that group together while she's doing that. Many of you know about Progressive Multitude Fellows. I got to tell you, this was a Progressive Multitude Fellow normally means, did I say cello? Balloon? Well, I'm still a little shocked at the Patty Hill Leadership Medal. What? Presidential medal, yeah. That's right, this is a cool medal, and I'm really humbled because in reality, all this work that you've seen around this room was done by other volunteers other than me. Yeah, you know, if you look at the history of they found pictures of the charter members from 100 years ago. Yeah, I know, I just find it amazing. Am I singing yet? Okay. And just so you think that you're done with all your photo shoots, we need each of you to come back at the end of the meeting with your plaques and all the other goodies that you have. Oh, their boxes, yeah, their boxes are up front. And I gotta tell you, when I got my Melville Jones Fellow, it was a plain brown box, which I thought was kind of weird, but these new boxes are really cool. Okay. So if you'd all sit down, I'd appreciate that. Do you think it's going to work? Thank you. They're not sitting down, Patty. Where's the gavel? I can make them sit down. They're waiting for me to sing. Is that what they said? Yeah, that's right. Sit down or I'll sing. Okay. I'm going to call up 7 people. All of these are being awarded Progressive Melville Jones Fellows tonight. Cindy Sessions, Greg Firth, some guy named Palmer, Doug and Dolly Harvey, Ken Botero, and Dwayne Smith. Just come on up here as a group. And by the way, the pin that they're going to give you, if it's wrong, I have got an extra one that Ken Little belongs to. Okay, Cindy Sessions is Let my brother accept mine on my behalf. That would be good. So, when you look at these things, I want you to know that in this group is 2 7 Diamond donors to LCIF. Would anybody like to guess who they might be? Doug and Dolly Harvey. So when Doug was governor, and that was his LCIF chairman, he called me up and he said, I just heard our goal is some big number. And I said, don't worry about it, it'll happen. He made sure it happened. And his wife, Dolly, I just got to tell you, amazing people. Doug and Dolly's your vice president. So, yeah. Huh? Yeah. I thought you were going to get mine for me. Oh no, this is the wrong one. Yeah. Yes? Thank you. Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. How many here truly believe in LCIF? You know, as I drove by the Kalama campgrounds, twice LCIF helped you down there. I was up to Boisford and had a grandson up there where we're digging out houses. And that was during the governor's year of Mark. It was amazing. You know, and those who did OSO, let me see. Am I saying it right, Roger and Rosemary? OSO landslide. Wasn't that one over a couple 100,000 that LCIF put in there? Isn't that amazing? So with Ken Botero up here, we've got a special one for him. Did you get your pin already? You did. Ken, would you like to know who gave you yours? Oh, you don't want to know because you figured it out already? You haven't. So, Marty, is this supposed to be a secret? Yeah. That's the kind of people in our club that want to do something. Ken has been lucky enough to have 2 wonderful wives in his life. And I got to say, I've known both of them. And you are a lucky man. And Ken is a former city council member as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, those are our Melvin Jones Fellows for 2023.
Lions, I just want to share with you a short video which will bring us back to the fact that we not only serve in our communities, but you have a huge impact all around the world. In fact, you are changing lives all around the world. I'm hoping the sound on this will play.
Today I'm gonna try to change the world. I'm gonna take it one day at a time. I made my resolution. I've opened up my eyes. Today I'm gonna try to change the world. I'm gonna say hello to my neighbor, gonna greet him with a smile, and shake the hand of a stranger, sit and talk to him for a while. Gonna tell someone I love them from the bottom of my heart. Today I'm gonna try to change the world. Yeah, today I'm gonna try and change the world. Gonna take it one day at a time. I made my resolution, opened up my eyes. Today I'm gonna try and change the world. Gonna make sure my children know right from wrong, and never turn my back on those who need someone. Always gonna try to see myself through another's eyes. Today I'm gonna try to change the world. Yeah. Yeah, today I'm gonna try and change the world. Gonna take it one day at a time. I've made my resolution, I've opened up my eyes. Today I'm gonna try and change the world. Yes, I am. I've opened up my eyes. Today I'm gonna try. Yeah, today I'm gonna try and change the world. I'm gonna change it one day at a time. Yeah, I made my resolution. Yeah, I've opened up my eyes.
So today, and every day will change the world. Thank you.
I get to award you thank yous for being with us. It's so important for you to be with us. It's just wonderful for you both to be here tonight. And I have some gifts for you, and mostly they're the same for both of you. So I'll just pull out one set of each and know that you each get the same thing. That's why I'll just jump underneath the podium here. That's how the whole night is. First we have, for each of you, yes, it's a Red Leaf coffee cup. Because Red Leaf is a Canadian-owned company and has much better coffee than Starbucks. And to go with the coffee that you choose to put in your mug is do you call these biscuits or cookies? Cookies. It's a maple leaf that you can have with your coffee. For each of you, we have the wonderful book. It's called Empire of Trees, America's Planned City and the Last Frontier by a Longview White Hal Calvin. The latest book on the development and growth of Longview. Centennial book. And we have some fresh Pacific Coast salmon for both of you. However, International President Patty, I'm sure you don't want to have to carry this home in your suitcase dripping fish. So we'll work out a way to get this to you in some way. Big slab of salmon. Oh, and that is from, oh, by the way, I forgot to mention to you that this fish is from, courtesy of Pioneer Lion Patrick Palmer. Thank you, Pat. And the book that I was able to share with them was courtesy of Pioneer Lion Cindy Sessions. Thank you so much, Cindy. And International President Patty, there will also soon be a nice donation from Pioneer Lions Club made in your name to Lions Club International Foundation. That'll be coming soon. One other gift here.
Some kettle corn.
Also, a nice pen that came from Lisa Ikeda. Lisa, where are you? There she is, down there, she's sitting on the floor down there. And from Los Angeles Lions, represented particularly by Lion Edie Brennan, a wonderful onesie. Have you heard about Edie's wonderful onesie? And there's something in the box too. I don't know what it is because I didn't open it, but I bet it has something to do with wonderful onesies. Okay. Edie, where are you, dear?
Not here.
She left?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Edie has started a wonderful program, help me out here, people that know, about to provide onesies with ports for chemotherapy for babies. When babies have to have chemotherapy because they have childhood cancer and they're just babies, they get cold because those rooms where they do the chemotherapy are cold. And she figured out a way to change the onesies so the babies don't have to go onto the table naked and they don't stay cold. More onesies in the box. So all I'm going to say in closing here, at least my part, is Past International Director Hunt, thank you for coming so far to share in our celebration with us tonight and bringing with you your lovely bride and partner in service, Sonia. So happy to have you here tonight. And now, President Patty, I want to deviate just a little bit from protocol to let you know that there's one thing little thing I like to do from time to time in our club to recognize outstanding fellow Lions. Your life, where are you? Oh, beside you. Okay. Your life is dedicated to service, and you're the finest example of that quality that we can be privileged to have here with us tonight. Bar none. So, here is a bar none for you. Eat it or let it fossilize. I don't care, but whatever you do with it, remember that Pioneer Lions Club is right here alongside you. Thank you. Thank you. We want to help change the world. In our little corner over here in Southwest Washington, and Lions are also doing so, I dare say, in clubs throughout the Pacific Northwest and the Canadian West, your leadership is appreciated, bar none. Thank you from the depth of our collective Pioneer heart for choosing to be with us tonight. We're so glad you came.
Thank you, President Carol. We have a total on the Salvation Army Family Collection. Can somebody announce that back there, please? Sharon.
$890.
Burned out of their house and lost everything. So very, very generous of all of you. Thank you so much. While we're doing that, the Lions raffle items in the back, when you came in, you had a ticket, you had a choice of putting it in there. The first one was just for pretty much Lions stuff, for those that are Lions, which is 99% of us, I'm sure. That winning number is... We have a few elected officials that joined us, but other than them...
Is there anyone who wants to join?
Would you like a cake? She could install in November. We were joking around about that last night, and she installed somebody at the meeting.
Just need a form.
Greg has a form, I'm sure. We have a form for you. You want to come out and fill that out, and I will go through a few other items, and then we'll take care of business. We do trust you, Heath, because we know you're good for the money.
Take her up.
Heath's lovely spouse, Carol.
I want to be here twice. Too late.
Is Matthew Dixon present?
Get up here, Matthew.
You have been approved already by our board, and since you're here tonight, and we have a wonderful installer. Where's the remote mic? Looking for the remote mic. Do we know where it ventured?
I know we had it.
So we'll find it.
Probably. Lions, we are about to welcome 2 new members into the International Association of Lions Clubs. And so I would ask these new members to please raise their right hands and repeat after me. I, and state your name,
I, Matthew Dixon,
wish to join my local Lions Club.
I wish to join my local Lions Club.
I am committed to community service
I am committed to community service
and making the world a better place for all.
and making the world a better place for all.
I will abide by the Constitution and bylaws
I will abide by the Constitution and bylaws
and our code of ethics.
and our code of ethics.
I will contribute to the service activities of my club
I will contribute to the service activities of my club
and always pay my dues on time. I will support Lions Clubs International Foundation.
I will support Lions Club International Foundation.
New Lions, please, you may lower your hands. At this time, I would like to tell you a couple of items about being a Lions Club member. You will have the opportunity to enjoy fellowship and service with the finest men and women in your communities and around the world. As new Lions, you now have the right and the privilege to sponsor others into Lionism as well. And now to the sponsors, would you please raise your hands? Sponsors, you are charged with the responsibility of making sure that your new Lion has the opportunity to serve in a way that is satisfying and fulfilling for them. You are responsible for bringing them opportunities to learn and grow in service. You're responsible for answering their questions about your club and our association. Do you accept these responsibilities? Then, knowing that we have strong sponsors and willing, able, and serving Lions, please stand and join me in welcoming 2 new Lions to the family of Lions International. I'm sure that you want a photo moment for the sponsors and the new Lions. And here comes our photographer. Let's give our photographer a round of applause for being there every moment of the year. Thank you. And Josh, I have my friendship banner for you.
Somebody take a picture.
While they're doing the photo opportunity, check your numbers on your raffle as we started a moment ago. The Lions wheel and set over there, the winning number is 2297061. 061, last 3 numbers. Right down here at the front. So where do they go to collect their items? Right back over there. So they'll be in the back. The second set, gift basket back there, is the city set, I believe. The winning number is 2297209. 209. Do I see any hands for 209? Do any of our 209? Right up there. Finally, the third item, the State of Washington package, 2297183. 183. By now, everybody must have a ticket in front of them. There's got to be a... No, it's 183, sorry. Peter was close, so somebody that was close to Peter... No? Okay, I gotta be careful here with the Pioneer Lions in the house. Right over there, 183. Next to the birthday boy. Sorry? Okay, sure. And I'm gonna have to get another number out apparently. Wanting number 2297 139. Evenings and hosted over at Backstage Cafe. Thank you. I would like to thank first and foremost the planning committee. This is a wonderful event. I really enjoyed it. I'm also looking forward to the fact that we won't have any more work to do this. It took a lot of time for a number of us to put into this. And thank you for everybody that served on the committee. I would ask you to stand just real quickly, please. Anybody that worked on our committee, thank you, thank you, thank you. Special thank you to the decorating and display committee. If you haven't had a chance with all the history around the walls, I really sincerely hope that we're able to take this and have a program at our club sometime on the history. Amazing. And take a selfie. We have a selfie station right over here for you can use as well. One thing I always like to do anytime I MC is ask for evaluation. If you see there's something that, hey, you could have done this, or you could have done that, it's important to continually improve throughout life, whatever you're doing. So if you have any feedback to myself or to the committee, let me know and we'll take that back. We'll have a post-event meeting as well. I would ask the Pioneer Lions, past presidents, and Milton Jones Fellows to stay for a quick photo opportunity after the meeting. And according to my agenda, Marilyn is next to close us out. Marilyn's already up. Thank you, Marilyn.
Would it be too much to ask you to stand? What a wonderful ceremony we've had. I just want to thank all of you. Please join me with God Bless America. God bless America, land that I love, stand beside